You know, when people think of peaceful living, they usually imagine a cabin in the woods, maybe a quiet beach in Bali, or a mountaintop village. They rarely think of a metropolis buzzing with 9 million people and roughly just as many motorbikes.
That is the standard definition of peace, sure. Silence. Isolation. But today we are looking at something completely different. We are looking at Ho Chi Minh City. And the strange, almost counterintuitive reality is that so many expats move there and describe their life not as chaotic, but as incredibly peaceful, happy, grounded.
It sounds like a contradiction, doesn't it? I mean, this is Vietnam's economic engine. It's loud, it's fast, it's humid. So where is this peace coming from? Is it just the cost of living? Or is there something philosophical happening here?
I think it's much deeper than just cheap rent. It starts with the human element. You look at the data and you look at the anecdotes. The recurring theme is warmth. In many major global cities, say London or New York, there is a coldness to the efficiency. You can go days without a meaningful interaction. In Ho Chi Minh City, the barrier between strangers is almost non-existent.
That's a great point. It's that village mentality superimposed on a megacity.
Exactly. It's a high-density community. You walk out your door, and the lady selling banh mi knows your order. The security guard waves. It's not just polite, it's engaging. This creates a safety net of social connection. And psychologically, that reduces anxiety. You don't feel alone in the crowd. That is a massive component of peace that we often overlook, the feeling of belonging.
So the peace comes from connection, not silence. But let's talk about the environment itself, because you can't ignore the sensory overload. How does one reconcile the traditional culture with this explosion of modern skyscrapers and international schools?
Well, that's the beauty of the juxtaposition. It's a city that lives in two timelines simultaneously. You have the ancient pagodas and the incense burning on the street corners, right next to a gleaming shopping mall with high-end luxury brands.
It sounds jarring, though.
You'd think so, but it actually creates a sense of endless discovery. For a foreigner living there, life doesn't get stale. One day you are navigating a wet market that looks the same as it did 50 years ago, and the next, you are in a co-working space with fiber optic internet. It keeps the brain engaged. And there is a certain happiness that comes from that vibrancy, the feeling that life is happening right now, right in front of you.
Speaking of life happening, we have to touch on the convenience factor. Because nothing kills happiness faster than the grind of daily logistics.
Oh, absolutely. And this is where the modern lifestyle kicks in. The convenience economy in Ho Chi Minh City is staggering. You have apps for everything: food, transport, groceries. But unlike in the West, where automation feels robotic, here it still feels personal. The infrastructure, international hospitals, schools, it's all there now. It removes the friction from daily life. When you aren't fighting to just get the basics done, you have time to actually enjoy being alive.
And the best way to enjoy being alive there, arguably, is through the stomach. The culinary scene isn't just food, it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
It's the great equalizer. This is my favorite part of the city's sociology. You go to a plastic stool vendor for a bowl of pho or a crispy banh mi. You might be sitting next to a CEO on one side and a student on the other. The food is incredible, yes, but it's the accessibility of it. You don't need a reservation 3 weeks in advance to eat the best meal of your life.
And the coffee culture.
That is the anchor. That is where the peace physically manifests. You see people sitting at cafes, watching the traffic blur by. It's this concept of stillness in motion. You are sitting still, sipping iced coffee, while the river of humanity flows past you. It forces you to slow down and observe. It's almost meditative.
I love that image, stillness in motion. But we can't ignore the practical side. People need to work. Is this a place where careers go to retire, or is it a launch pad?
10 years ago? Maybe a retreat. Now? It's a frontier. Vietnam is developing so rapidly that the energy is infectious. For foreigners, there is this sense of optimistic stress.
Optimistic stress?
Yes. In some mature economies, people work hard just to maintain the status quo. In Ho Chi Minh City, there is a tangible feeling that next year will be better than this year. The opportunities are everywhere. Startups, education, corporate expansion. When you feel like you are part of a rising tide, that eliminates a lot of the existential dread people feel in stagnating economies. You feel useful. You feel like you're building something.
That's a powerful distinction. So, it's not a passive peace, it's an active participatory happiness.
Precisely. It's not the peace of a graveyard. It's the peace of a garden that is growing wildly.
It really challenges the narrative of what a good life looks like. We often think we need to escape the city to find ourselves. But here, it seems like the city helps you find yourself through connection and energy.
I think that's the lesson. Ho Chi Minh City teaches you that you don't need silence to find peace. You just need to be in a place where the frequency of the city matches the frequency of your ambition and your heart. It's chaotic, yes, but it's a chaos that holds you up rather than knocks you down.
A chaos that holds you up. That is a beautiful way to put it. It seems Ho Chi Minh City offers a colourful life in every sense of the word.
It really does. If you are willing to embrace the noise, you might just find the quietest, happiest place in your mind.
Well, for our listeners thinking about a change of scenery, that is certainly something to chew on. Thanks for the deep dive today.
Always a pleasure.